Welcome back. Beer number 4 from Who Shout.
Welcome, Cash. Who Shout? We're back again. This is beer 4. I was going to say beer 5.
Beer 4. No, beer 4. We've done the 3.
We've got a lot more this week. Well, this month, I should say.
We're trying to do these recorded as a per month bulk hit. But we didn't use our fingers and toes properly and didn't collect, didn't count properly for the month of April. So
we had too many beers and couldn't count after that.
This is our last one for April, but then we'll do the entire month of May. So we've got 5 for you over this block, which will be the May episode on YouTube.
So we'll split them into 1 beer per week. That'll get us through the month of May. And then release them as a full at the end of the month. So episode 1's coming out as of probably tonight. Whenever you're watching this, but tonight for us. And then, episode 2 will be this one at the end of May. So let's get involved.
Thank you.
What have we got, Grant? What's on for the first beer number 4 review?
Well, the start of this whole collection that we've gotten pretty heavy on the Newcastle based beers. So we're trying to represent the local for us. So even down to 4 Pines shirt on today. So Four Pines is Sydney, but then they've got the 4 Pines at the farm.
At the farm.
This shirt that I've got here. So
got married there. Before 4 Pines was there. It was who was it before? Fat Yak. Matilda Bay.
Matilda Bay, yeah.
Matilda Bay owned the main brewery off the road there, and that's now no longer used, that top bit where we got married. And down the back they had a bit of space, and they call it the farm, big shed. It's actually not a bad setup there.
Yeah, it's a great setup.
It's pretty good.
Anyone's up in the Newcastle Hunter Valley region, check out 4 Pines at the farm. So shout out to them.
4 Pines now own it. Yeah, it's a good spot.
But to kick off this week's beers, we have Good Folk Brewing. So we have their normal beer. Trying to expand on everything. Obviously, we don't want to just have the super fancy, fruity, whatever type ones. I thought, normal beer. Plain can, plain everything.
It is a very plain can. It's minimalist.
Yeah, so the advertising didn't get me this time. In fact, it was the reverse of the advertising that got me this time.
I feel like the advertisement did get you because it is so plain.
Yeah.
It still works. It's like reverse psychology. If we make the can super plain, Grant will buy this.
Yeah.
Normal beer. That's that suits that. To be honest, that is a very plain can. So,
like with that sort of a name, that sort of a can, you'd think, you know what, this is probably going to be something that's a sessionable beer. Without even reading anything about it, you're probably going to guess that it's going to be a sessionable beer, something that is just going to be, when people think of beer, they're going to think of something like this, as opposed to what we've had in the past, where it's that little bit fruitier, a little bit, piney, resinous, whatever. IPAs, the typical sort of, start turning some people that are the standard beer drinkers
plain beer is what I'm going to call it. Plain beer. It's very light.
It is very light. A very clear looking beer. We've been sitting around talking before we start, so the head's dropped off on it. It had a very low head anyway on it, so not a super fizzy beer, which again would suit if you're having a sessionable thing. It's not, you're not going to be gassing up a lot.
Yeah, so. It's not heavily carbonated and gassy.
But Good Folk, they are based in Hamilton, Beaumont Street, Hamilton in Newcastle. So shout out for the local guys.
Yeah.
It's 1.1 standard drinks in the can and 4% alcohol. So, a good sessionable one.
It's good to see how the Newcastle beers rank up against the rest and see what Newcastle's made of. So, like I said, we're heavy hitters of Newcastle beers this month, so we'll give this one a crack. But what's its flavour profile? What are we saying on the old Untapped app?
We'll jump on the Untapped.
For this beer.
And for this beer, we have super light and crisp lager, subtle floral, citrus and noble flavours, light malty sweetness derived from Voyager schooner malt, a true craft lager that's more normal. Tongue twister.
It's a very large.
Even started having a drink.
Yeah, very large tag in there. They write the flavours about that one.
But light malty sweetness. So it does sound like it's and it's very subtle on the citrus and the floral sort of flavour. So I'm actually pretty keen to try this one.
Interested to see how this one goes. Yeah.
Let's see how this one.
Well, I got called out by my wife on the last lot of videos saying I had 500 beers. So I thought about that because when you asked me on the spot, I'm like, 500. It's probably been the same beer over and over again that I've counted. So we've wound it back. We're going 200 at most probably here. So I'm very fresh. We've got a bit of a surprise in this video over the month with Grant. He will be reaching his 1,500 beer very shortly in the next couple of years.
Next couple of beers. So stay tuned, and I'll shout out when it's my 1,500th.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's give this a go.
Let's give it a crack.
Yeah.
All
Cheers,
right,
mate.
Cheers.
That is plain beer.
It is plain beer, but that is really good. I'm really digging that.
It's oh geez, that changes a lot over the palate.
Definitely a sessionable beer. It's
very, very light.
Yeah.
Even on the like you could certainly have a fair few of these without realising.
Yeah. And being the slightly lower alcohol content on there, it's definitely something that you would be comfortable taking to barbecue, or if you're someone that likes to enjoy quite a few of a night.
It's 1.1 standard drinks and 4%. So the floral is dead set on point there. That floral taste.
It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It's definitely right on it. A little bit biscuity. That biscuity, bready sort of
like a
aftertaste.
Yeah, I was trying to work out where it was because it changes. It's kind of floral, biscuity afterwards, but it's light. Like it just continuously.
Yeah, very light, very refreshing.
Yeah.
That's definitely something said about before. Middle of summer here in Australia, mow the lawn, and you just want to down two before it even touches.
And it's very light, and that's why I said it is plain beer, but it has this hint of like floral, biscuity aftertaste, and then it just drops off and goes away immediately. And then you go, I'll go back for another one. Yep. Plain, and then it's a little bit, and then you get in two different taste ranges. That like for me, it's it kind of comes in. It's like that's plain, floral, biscuity, and then I don't know. That's the only way I can explain it.
Think of your mainstream, your blackfish, whitefish, without saying the brand names of those guys. Think of them just with that slight little kick of that, a little bit sweeter and a little bit of that floral sort of flavour on it.
Yeah.
And that's very similar to them. So something that's, you could quite easily just down a bunch of them without it being too much.
I'll have to try these beers you speak of.
Yeah.
But no, it's not a punch in the face with a floral taste, and it's not overly flavoured. It is just a neat, clean, easy beer to drink, light. And like I said, you still taste some flavours, but they're there and they're gone. To me. So, the more you drink it, I think the more you kind of taste it a little bit as well, I think.
But it's a standard sort of lager with that craft influence on it.
Yeah.
So
that's
probably... not. It's not too over the top. It's not when people think of it's a craft beer. Oh, I don't want none of that crap.
It's literally
you wouldn't be here if you weren't into that sort of stuff anyway. But for the guys that are more on the standard side that are just breaking into the craft beers, definitely give this one a try.
Good go. Yeah, it's a stripped back lager to me a little bit. It's probably not as strong when you get some lagers and they're real.
Yeah, very light bodied one.
Yeah.
So
it's actually not bad.
Overall, it's hard when you're comparing, I guess, against other lagers and you're thinking of other plain type ones. It rates higher than them. But in saying that, on our scale of up to 5, your mainstream ones, if you went there, the benchmark, and they're going to be around that 2.5 to 3. This one's going to rate a bit higher, but compared to some of the flavour profiles you get out of your big craft beers,
the bigger hitters.
in a similar style, it doesn't quite have that big hit on there, which is the selling card for it as well. So it's kind of hard. I'm going to mark it down that little bit. But at the same time, I highly rate it.
A fair rating for a beer for itself, for someone, like you said, I think you explained it good, for someone getting into craft beer that's a bit worried of them big hitters, the big flavours, that would be a good beer to start on, which I think that's why it became our starter beer for this month, for the 4th beer. So, what are other ratings for it? What are we?
I think I'm going to give it a 3.5.
3.5, yep.
Out of the 5. Me personally, yep. Someone who is used to drinking your blackfish, whitefish, that sort of thing, is going to probably get that and go, wow, I normally like that, and I would normally give it a 3.5 or a 4. They're going to rate this higher again because it is just that little bit nicer than what any of those standard ones are. And being a crafty, you don't have all the nasty preservatives and stuff that some of the other mainstream ones have.
They're full of stuff in them. So whereas you're not going to wake up as rough on one of them. So
overall, what have we got? Yeah, the average on Untapped's going 3.32 out of 5. So
yeah, it's pretty fair.
I'm a bit on the higher side of with this one, which, like I said, I think it's fair. I could almost rate it higher, but because I've had so many other ones that are, and I'm a bit of a hard marker compared to some of them might be. I think the highest I've ever rated anything is 4.5. I've never given anything a 5 yet, or 4.75 even.
Got to find a grand of 5 somewhere soon.
I like to be cautious with them a bit, but yeah, I still, even with a 3.5, I highly recommend it to anyone as a sessionable beer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go a 3.5 mainly because it's a Newcastle beer.
Yep.
I think
the newies.
I think I gave it the 0.25 just because it's part of Newcastle. So no, that's that for a local beer. I'm quite impressed. When I first had that is a plain beer, much like the can.
Beer at that.
Yeah, and then the more you drink it, you go, all right, I can taste the flavour profiles in it, and it is just a light, easygoing beer. And I think that represents Newcastle a little bit. Easygoing, light, easygoing, just a casual beer. But yeah, no, that hit the spot for me. I actually didn't mind it at all. So I'll go with 3.5 on that, and it's good to have a Newcastle beer on the channel. So shout out to them. Yeah, perfect.
Good sessionable beer.
All right.
On that, let's move on to the next one.
Go to the next one.
And as always, drink responsibly.
Enjoy, guys. Welcome back to Who Shout. We are here with beer review number 5. We can count this time. Next beer, I'll probably say 7.
We're right. Well, we've got thongs on, and so we're right until we get up to episode 40 odd. So
I'll lose count by then. I can guarantee. All right. What do we go? Welcome. So, Cash, Grant. What do we got today, Grant? What's beer number 5?
So we're sticking with the Newcastle theme.
Beautiful.
As with the previous beer. And we have gone with Maltnhops Board Meeting Sesh Lager. So another sessionable beer, much like the previous one that we had. Another light colour. It's a little bit not hazy, but on the a little bit cloudier sort of version compared to the previous one.
Semi-hazy cloud kind of beer.
Yeah. But Maltnhops, another one just down the road from where we are.
Very close from where we are at the moment.
Beresfield, yeah.
I used to work around the corner from this place, and I just left that job when they opened up, so I never got a chance.
Missed out on.
Probably would have been frowned upon going there on a lunch break. I think the boss man wouldn't have been happy about that. But
hey, when you got a sessionable lager.
Yeah. Oh, it's board meeting. Come on, boss man, let me have it.
Yeah.
Sesh Lager. Okay, Maltnhops. All right. Local beer, Beresfield, Maitland. So we'll just call it Maitland Hunter Region, Newcastle. 3.5% alcohol, 1 standard drink. So can's quite nice. Represents Newcastle a bit there. Old mate taking a surf in front of one of the ships.
It's not the Pasha Bulker, is it?
Well, it could be. It's not in 2 pieces. Not a boat on the back of it. So
if anyone hasn't heard of the Pasha Bulker, we'll try and insert picture somewhere around here. Okay.
So, all right. Well, what's the talk about this beer on Untapped? Where are we at with this one?
All right. So there's nothing on the can, is there?
Not that
Here we go.
Oh, the dust.
We'll go with the can, sir. First off, it says Maltnhops Sesh Lager. It's time for a board meeting. Crisp lager with hints of sweetness from the Munich malt and subtle floral aroma from Australian-grown New World hop varieties. Pairs nicely sharing with mates. So that sounds
and I get to share one today with a mate.
Yeah. Style guide on Untapped. Sesh lager, crisp lager with hints of sweetness from the Munich malt and subtle floral aroma from the Australian-grown new hop varieties. Pairs nicely sharing with mates. So I think it's almost word for word exactly what it says on the can.
I didn't even realise. I totally looked over that. I was just like, I just thought it was just
instructions.
Yeah. Do not drink.
Open top.
Yeah.
Drink.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's give this a go. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Another
mate.
one from down the road. Cheers.
Very fruity.
Yeah, it's got that little bit of the floral, a little bit of fruit there, but not too heavy.
hazy as well.
Mildly.
Mildly hazy.
Mildly hazy.
I was going to go very fruity. I know you're saying probably mild. It's probably on my palate. I'd call that. It's up there.
Yeah. Wait till I get you some real fruity
Oh, no,
ones.
that's what I mean. When I get the real fruity ones, I'll go back this and go, that wasn't fruity.
Kick in the teeth compared to this one for
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I'm going to say definitely a very sessionable beer, this one.
Yeah, it's I think now more on drinking it and you get that palate flavour. I think it's like with any beer, the more you have it, you get that palate and actually feeling the flavours and tasting the flavours of the beer that we're actually reviewing.
Yeah.
I think from the last one, it's not much more than the last one if I think about it now, that it's still light enough and crisp. It's just more hazy, a little bit more fruity, which hence the colour. The colour difference is pretty close as well.
Yeah.
You can see it's still pretty light. A little bit.
I don't know how much that picks up.
Yeah,
on camera,
not quite sure,
still.
but we can almost see through it at one part there. But yeah, that's quite nice.
Yeah, I think once again, definitely a very sessionable beer. Something that you could, take to a barbie, or if you're someone that likes enjoying a few after work each day or whatever, you don't want to get too heavy through the week, especially. Another great beer for that. That's representing the newies. So
yeah, represent. Shout out to the Newcastle beers here. They're coming through. It's a nice lager. It's not as stripped back since beer 4. So this being beer 5, it's
beer 5,
a little bit heavy hitter on the lager taste compared to the last one. But still, that's a very light mid-level kind of lager kind of beer with the nice flavours and aromas out of it. I'm calling it very fruity still.
Yep.
I'll be very wrong when I have a really fruity beer, but that's nice. Actually, I'd like that, eh?
Yeah, some of the little flavour notes on Untapped here. Crisp, floral, sweet, quaffable, and crushable.
So, what is quaffable?
Quaffable. You can quaff it down, scull it down. So it's not something that's definitely on the lighter side of things. Put it that way.
Yeah. No, that's
being the low alcohol content as well. What did you say? It was 3.9 or something.
3.5. Yeah, 3.5% with
3.5,
one standard drink. So it is. It's on that lighter end, of course. And then I think the more you drink it, the flavour profile settle down a bit as well.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed that beer.
Yeah. As
you can tell, I'm done and
I'm just talking too much.
Cash
enjoys that one, obviously.
Yeah, I'll give that one a pretty good.
I think, again, I don't want to compare across previous beers we've drunk, but you still end up doing that because you're comparing.
Yeah, I think to explain this one, we're almost going back to the beer previously, which is beer 4, to kind of reference off it a little bit.
So, I'd put it pretty much on par with the previous episode beer.
Yep.
With a 3.5. Again, it's hard to give it a 3.5. It could almost bump up that little bit more, but it's just the overall style, I guess, is that more of the plainer basic thing, which is what's perfect about it for newbies coming into the craft beer scene without having something that's a full-on in-your-face, with all the fruit bowl flavours in there and, massive alcohol content. And that's some of those things, like when people try some of those and they're used to drinking a mainstream lager of any type, and then they go and drink something that's a big heavy hitter and it's
getting different flavour
profiles and they've got the whole fruit bowl in there and they go, wow,
what a distinct experience.
I don't know what this is and I don't know if I like it or not, where as you slowly ease into it, starting with things like this, it's definitely a lot easier for the newbie. So, I think I'm going to have to go with, like I said, the same as last time, 3.5.
3.5?
As a newbie, I probably would have gone, wow, this is amazing. This is, best thing ever and rated even higher. But after nearly 1,500 different beers, I've got to tone my scores down that bit. So, I think 3.5 is going to be a fair one. Would you tend to agree there?
I'm going to go a 3.75. Now, I'm going to go a little bit higher. I think that is the starter craft beer for me.
Yep.
I just feel like that's got more flavour profile. You're probably getting hit with a couple more flavours that are a bit more stronger.
Yep. While still being subtle.
While still being subtle, which I tend to like that. Yep. That to me was quite a nice beer. I think it wasn't too plain, but it's just that next level to not be in your face. So yeah, once again, I would probably give it a 3.5, but being a Newcastle beer and being very close to home this beer, I'm going to go a 3.75 with this one.
There you go, representing the local for cash there. Globally on Untapped, we have 3.41. So again, pretty on the money there.
I'm a little bit
Cash
high.
giving a little bonus.
I'll give it a bonus because it's local, but yeah.
So yeah, Maltnhops, well done.
Yeah, no, well done on that one.
Perfect for a board meeting.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We're going to get into the next beer, so hopefully you're enjoying this one, and let's see what it brings the next one. And he's going to finish that off. Good man.
As always, drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Thanks, guys.
Okay, welcome back. Cash.
Welcome. Hello.
Welcome back to Who's Shout. So we are beer number 6.
Beer number 7.
7?
That's 6. That's 6. I'm
Throwing
throwing
me
you
off
off
there.
already. We lost
Beer
count,
number
lad.
6.
I can't count.
So yeah, beer number 6, following with the theme that we've run for the last 2 beers there, and we've gone to another Newcastle beer. So we're keeping it local.
We are. These
Newcastle, Hunter Valley, born and bred.
not born, but bred.
Well, yeah, okay.
God,
You're just claiming the Hunter Valley, so
I'm just claiming it anyway.
we won't hold it against him. Anyway, so here we are. So we've got Method Brewing this time with a hazy pale. Method Brewing are at Maitland Road, Islington. So another one just down.
Yeah, not far from home. Not far from where we are.
Yeah, spent a bit of time around Islington at all?
For the wrong reasons, driving past, yelling at the wrong people. If anyone knows that.
Ignore that. If you're not a local, just
Yeah, if you're not
it's all
local, you
fine.
don't know what we're talking about.
Great breweries. Anyway, there's Method's a great brewery around the area. Sorry, I've broken Cash now.
Look,
Just careful when you stop at the red lights when you're turning.
don't stop at the other establishment that also starts with B. Oh, jeez. You broke me there. Tell you what,
Perfect
I did meet Clado's Burger. Big Clado.
Yeah.
Mr. Chicken Burger himself.
Yeah, right.
He set up next to Method Brewery, and that's where I found out. I was like, oh, we have a brewery here. I did not know about Method.
There we go.
I walked in there to use their toilet and didn't buy a beer, so I sound super
Mate.
rude.
Well,
but,
now you've finally bought one, so you better give him an extra good shout.
I will
for
give him
this
extra.
time.
Thank you for letting me use your toilet when Clado was cooking chicken burgers for
We'll
us.
come back down and have a feed one night.
Yeah. No, I know we are now, but so.
Yeah. So yeah, Method Brewing. So we have hazy pale, 1.6 standard drinks in the can, and it is 5.3% alcohol. We have what are we? Maris, Munich, oats and wheat mash, Whirlpool dry, Mosaic, Cryo, and Eucalypt hops, and New England fermentation style.
That's that was a lot going on there. We're certainly working our way up in the alcohol level here, and going from the lighter lagers to a heavy pale ale. Is it a pale ale? I think hazy pale.
Hazy pales, yeah.
Yeah, so we're certainly working our way up. But yeah.
Not going to be as sessionable, I think, as the previous 2 episodes that we've just done. But by looking at it and the smell before I got to, I still haven't had a taste of it yet, but as we were moving it in here, I was like, that actually smells really good.
It is quite orange, quite dark. Yeah. It almost looks like mango juice or a juice of some sort.
It does, yeah. And you'll find that with a lot of the hazies.
Yeah.
Some hazies go as far as to have chunks essentially in them.
Yeah.
And some people that turns off.
That would probably turn me off a little bit.
It's usually really nice anyway.
If you drink it out of the can, you don't notice the chunks.
No, that's right.
Or you can't see them anyway.
Yeah, very fruity on the on the smell for that one.
So yeah, very, very hazy. But yeah, I'm keen to give this one a go like all beers. So we read out the little flavour profile on the can. I'm not quite sure what the Untapped app says. Probably something similar.
So Untapped, the style guide for it here is a pale ale, New England style hazy. So ticking all the boxes of this modern style, vibrant fruity hop aroma, full juicy mouthfeel, low bitterness, Citra, Galaxy, and Australian Eclipse working in perfect harmony. So yeah, mixture of the Citra, Galaxy.
So what hops was it using? What did it say?
Citra, Galaxy, and Australian Eclipse hops.
Okay, all right, there we go.
So yeah, generally a very fruity
kind of hop
type hop.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot of the piney sort of flavour out of that. So see if you can
I'll have a go.
I
know I like Mosaic hops from our previous monthly episode. The Mosaic was very nice.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm interested once we go through this. You're learning as much as I am he's all over it. He knows his stuff inside and out, and I'm just going along for the ride. And I'm learning off him, and you can learn off us. So it's about
trying to keep it more basic, so
Yeah.
it's not up here for the super duper beer snobs, but don't want to make it too basic that those guys are going to tune out, and don't want to overpower some of the people that are just starting in it. And
like me, because Grant will just confuse me live.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And I don't have all the information either. I'm only
He's
mid-range in the thing, so we're trying to
Jesus.
come in at that mid-range. So
He's
yeah,
ringing
talk about the
Jesus.
different hops and different flavour notes that we can get out of this. So anyway,
That's all right. Let's give it
let's
a go.
give this a go.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Very juicy. Definitely very juicy.
I'm not quite sure how you explain that tang right at the end on your tongue. You get that kind of like a. I'm not quite sure.
That's the hop.
Is that the hop?
That's
Yeah,
giving you
okay.
that kick at the end there.
Yeah, it's that little kick where it's like a bit of a bitter kick at the end.
Yeah. You're getting through the middle, the pine, resiny sort of mouthfeel, like a full mouthfeel to it. Thicker.
It's very, I'm getting a thicker kind of the juiciness out of it, and then immediately like hop tang, that kick at the end of it, almost through it as well towards the end. So
like compared to a stout where you've got that real thick mouthfeel, similar sort of thing to that as what a stout does, but obviously not the chocolate and the coffee sort of flavors that you can get out of the stouts, where this is the complete other end, where it's the fruity, piney, resiny, bit of hoppiness at the back end there. But that I'm loving.
you like it?
That's really good.
I don't mind it. I'm not going to say I love it, but
Yep.
I think that.
I'm slowly building you up there.
Yeah. No, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I certainly don't think I would be having too many of them at the same compared to.
No, and that's the difference of your sessionable beers. Where in previous episodes, you've got to be loving that.
That's pretty much what it's doing to me. Oh, that burp tasted nice, but
Get a bit of mango coming back out.
I did,
there,
actually.
So where your sessionable beers are something that you can sit back and just be sculling them all night, staying within reason of your alcohol limit. These are definitely going to have that more kick. They're something that you're going to have 1 or 2, 3. You're a bit lighter on these sort of ones.
yeah,
Pair it
1.6
with some
standard drink.
food.
So yeah, this one would, for me, I'd have to have a bit of food with it. I think if I were to have a couple, but that's certainly probably my level of haze where I'm kind of going. I'm getting too much kind of kick and tang off the tongue.
Yep.
To probably enjoy it as much.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yep.
but still quite a nice beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just that aftertaste where it runs out on the palate. I'm getting that carbonate, not even that. You just get that tingliness off the tongue where you get the hops kind of.
See, I love that.
You like it? Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't do it for me sometimes. So, yeah. Anyway, what do you reckon rating wise for you there on that one?
You know what? I'm going to put that one right up there for me. I'm going to have to go a 4 on that.
A 4? Okay.
I'm going a 4, I think. Yeah. There's been other ones that have been that little minuscule bit better, but it's and that's me being the hard marker. But I think it's definitely right up there as one of the best sort of end of the market for me. What I've had.
Really nice taste just sitting here now, not drinking it and just letting it kind of do its thing. Really nice aftertaste now. Yeah. Like in my mouth, like it's quite good.
Yeah. Like I say, it's not something you're going to sit down and drink a dozen of by any means.
No.
Previous episodes, those sessionable ones, do a dozen and you just be like, wow, that's awesome.
It's literally a beer I'd go up and you'd have one on a tasting paddle. Probably method that they would do, I assume. And then you go in there and go, I really like that one. You go up and you would go get that one.
Get a schooner, have that with your snitty and chips or
perfect.
I've got a fly buzzing around me. Match it to fair few different meals as well.
Yeah,
it's something that would go with a lot of different stuff.
There's a beer. There was a fly drinking my beer just then, so he's going to be he's going to be smashed.
That's
but no, like for me, I'm going to go a 3.5 on that.
3.5. Yep.
Yeah. I think for me the haziness is probably at its level where I'm kind of like
Is that your tipping point?
Yeah, and it's mainly the hops says what I was learning off Grant there is that's what I'm getting. But I think the flavour itself is actually quite nice.
Yeah.
It's just that initial drinking where you get that kind of buzz and the kick through your tongue, which Grant really likes. But for me, I'm kind of like, I don't know, maybe it just confuses me a bit or throws me off a bit. I'm not quite sure.
We'll get him to build up there slowly.
We will, and that's where it'll come into it. I think the more I will have these type of beers, I would start to probably not notice that as much throughout the range, being used to it a bit more.
Start appreciating the subtle notes in between.
That's right, yeah.
Not just focusing on the big hit.
Yeah, and it's quite full flavour as well. But yeah, that's, once again, nice beer and good local beer. I'm actually really keen to go there and check them out one day, like the other past 2 beers that are Newcastle based as well. So we do need to get out to these breweries and say g'day and stop in and see the greater range, maybe on a tasting paddle and do a review there. So, but yeah,
if anyone from Method sees this, then give us a yell, and we'd love to come out and have a chat with you. And
it'd be beautiful. That'd be really good if you do. So shout out to you guys and shout out to the Newcastle Hunter Valley region beers because we're absolutely killing it, I think. So. For me, that's a 3.5.
3.5. I'll give it a 4. And I reckon we finish these off and
we magically come back with more beers after that.
Too easy.
Thanks, guys.
As always, drink responsibly.
Welcome back to Who Shout, Cash, Grant. We're a bit excited about this episode.
Yeah, beer number 7 for the show, but this will be beer number 1500 for me personally.
Woo! That went in my beer. Yay. We've got the girls in the background doing the party poppers. I think a bit of flame just landed on my finger and burnt me, but my beer might taste a bit different. So congratulations, mate. 1500 beer.
Beer number 1500.
That's,
so a bit excited.
That's a lot of beers, mate. That's, I don't know, individually. Like I said, you asked me on the spot and I said 500, but I reckon it was probably the same beer 100 times over. So, which is, when you think about it, to just put that number on your head, 1,500 individual different beers. Like it's so much to fathom for me that's so many. And how long's it been going for?
This is over 25 years, I guess, essentially. But realistically, the last 10 years or so is where I've really sort of started kicking off trying to do a lot more. So there's probably been half of those have just been in the last 10 years. And the first
pretty
10
hard
years
last 10 years.
Yeah. And it's getting better and better because there's more and more little craft breweries popping up everywhere. Some are just small little independents that service their little towns around them and local sort of areas.
And some pop up, some
don't
last, some go big.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the beer taxes, some just can't afford to keep being around, unfortunately. But there is ones that pop up and give it a go. So I suppose that adds to your tally. So huge effort. Like I said, I've already been chipped about my fake number and it's way less. And get on Untapped. It's a great app. I think that's developed over the years since it's been going as well.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. And it's a global community of people that are trying different beers. So when you check into a certain beer, you can see other people that have tried it. You can see other people in the local area that have got a feed running of places they've checked into.
Yep.
So you can end up adding people like a Facebook for beers.
Yeah,
So,
I think even owners of breweries have even got it. I think one may have reached out to Grant recently, so big thank you for reaching out as well.
Had a reach out from, I'm sorry, hold on. I'm going to get his name because I don't want to go and...
we don't want to butcher this at all.
Don't want to stuff him up here, but he's a beerfluencer from Germany and just started following me personally.
The whole other side of the world, actually.
Robbie Dog 14. Give you a shout out on Instagram. He's got something like 18,000 followers, and just started following us in the channel and me personally. So
that's so good.
A lot of experience in his beers there. He's co-owner of a small craft brewery in Germany as well. So
can we go over there for Oktoberfest?
I don't know, Robbie. What do you reckon? If we're heading your way, then help us out.
Oktoberfest over there, because German beers are quite wheaty. Is that the normal?
They've got a lot of different flavour profiles as well. But yeah, I guess in my knowledge of what they are, they've got a lot of the wheat beers and your Belgium ales, those sorts of influences that are all across there. But they do have the
wider
fruity
range
type
as well.
ones as well. But
I think
it comes down to, I guess, what hops are available for them as well.
That's right. Yeah. I think the only time I tried German beers is at German restaurants, old Bavarian and stuff like that. That would sell the Steins or beers. I remember trying a lot of them in the Stein because it was a thing that you didn't see a lot here in Australia. Is that you go to a restaurant and go, they got Steins, and walking around, everyone's getting photos of you and whatnot.
Beers,
So no, big shout out to that. Untapped's it's a great app. Like I said, you can follow and see what we're up to. So get on Untapped and look up Who's Shout, because you'll see all our beers that we try on this channel will be listed there in our ratings. So
Yeah.
But Grant's rating, because I think ours vary, so we'll meet somewhere. I don't know how he's going to do the ratings, but we'll work that out as it goes. So yeah, he is. So
Anyway, so beer number 7. We've gone away from our theme that we've had for the last couple from the Newcastle beers. And there's plenty more that we're going to come back and try. Lots of brewers who haven't even touched it, let alone all the different styles from the ones that we have been to, but try and share it around a little bit.
Yeah, be a lot more local breweries than we've even tried today.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, there'd be, like I said, we haven't even touched the sides of some of the local breweries. But yeah, we're moving on away from somewhat, I reckon I'd still call this local.
It's still an Aussie beer. So this one's from Range Brewing. So Range Brewing are in Queensland. They are Newstead.
Oh, this is Queensland. Sorry, I thought this was a Sydney beer.
It's still local enough.
They're not local. They're Australian, but
yeah, Australian beer. Newstead in Queensland. So this one's a heavy hitter. I selected this one out to be the 1500th beer, just to be something a bit more heavier, a bit more full on. And
Grant was excited about this one, so
yeah, give Cash a bit of a kick in the teeth compared to some of the other ones. So I don't know how much he's going to like it.
It's quite creamy. It's
a very creamy, very thick,
very
hazy
thick beer. So anyway,
but yeah, Keep on Trucking from Range Brewing. It's a double dry hopped IPA, 2.4 standard drinks, and 6.8% alcohol.
It's literally doubled compared to what we've had.
Yeah. So on the can here, we have a brand new souped up double dry hopped IPA to jumpstart the new year. We've loaded this one up with a heavy dry hop of Simcoe, Peacherine, Sabro, and Mosaic cryo hops to really drive those tropical stone fruit vibes hard. Mouthfeel is thick and lush with a punchy finish that will keep on trucking onto the next one.
Sounds very Queenslander kind of beer. I think Queensland, you think, okay, I've just got out of the shower, but I'm immediately sweaty because of the humidity, and I want a mango.
Yeah. So very fruity. You've tried the Mosaic hops.
Yeah, I like the Mosaic hops as well.
It's the Mosaic in that one. The Sabro hops are similar. Got that big, heavy punch to them. As you can see, a very...
kind of a cool can as well.
Yeah.
Looks like little stickers on top of stickers, but like a sticker bomb. But it looks like you can peel one off, but yeah. All right, there's a lot of different words I've never heard of in here, but dry hop, heavy dry hop. Okay, all right. So you're saying this was a double
dry hopped IPA.
So we believe they go the hops twice over.
Yeah,
is what
and as a dry hopped. I don't know exactly how the whole process is. Still, that I said mid-range for myself, trying to learn about the brewing process with a lot of different things. I haven't got that much experience. Got a little bit of knowledge with stuff. Well,
if someone wants to take us through a brewery and show us the process and explain it to us, that would be fantastic. I would really love to do that.
Yeah, if any breweries are watching this and happy to have us out there and film an episode and go through some of your beers, that would be fantastic.
I know I've done a Bundy rum. So in Bundaberg, I've done the rum tour.
Is amazing.
Really fun tour, and I know that you can't even wear a watch in it due to how flammable things are. You can't film, you can't take your phone. You're pretty much empty pocket. So I don't know if it's like that with beer as well. Maybe I'd say with alcohol content, possibly. I don't know, but extremely interested. So if you are a brewery and we're keen to come out and have a bit of a look and explain to us, because the more we know about it, the more we can share with you as well. So but back to the beer. Nice can. I like it. And Queensland beer, it certainly represents Queensland looking at it, to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking straight away. So,
big state, big beer.
Fruit,
tropical. Yeah.
Oh, well, let's give it a go. Let's see how we go. And we'll bring out the Untapped app afterwards and see what it says. So, cheers, mate. Congratulations on your 1500 beer, mate.
Hope I'm excited afterwards.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. Definitely a good one to have for my 1500th.
That's not bad.
So you're getting that stone fruit sort of flavour to it?
Super dry taste, like a...
Yep.
It's like fruity, but just immediately dry throughout it, like towards the end of your kind of taste. Like you can tell the dry hop, the double dry hop. I want to know that process because it certainly reminds me of them drinks you see where they put the big chamber over it and they light it and they dry it out and smoke it. It's kind of giving me that vibe of that smoky dry kind of taste towards the palate at the end of it.
Without it being smoky, obviously.
Without it being smoky, but that's probably the way I can explain it. But yeah.
It's very, very tropical, very stone fruit flavoured there.
Yeah, it's not bad. I actually don't mind it at all.
Getting your peach nectarine kind of
just kick me water. Make sure you have water around while you're doing this, guys. It does come in handy. No, I don't mind it.
It's very smooth, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. I actually, who's going to start whippersnippering right now? I'm sorry about everyone listening to this. Someone decided they wanted to just whippersnip. I wonder if he's going to have a couple beers after whippersnipping or blowing or whatever he's doing.
I don't know.
I'm not shouting him.
No. Who's shout? His shout.
It's his shout now.
He's ruined this audio. It's his shout.
But yeah, no, that's quite nice. I don't mind it at all. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be looking at the appearance of it. I was thinking, okay, this is going to be very, very hazy taste, very bitter. But it's not at all.
No.
So.
It's very smooth. But they've still got that sharp bitey of the hops. Gives you that little kick on the back of the tongue.
Not as much as the last beer that I don't like, because I don't like that kick of the tongue, the buzz around it. This is kind of on and off, and I don't notice it as much. So yeah, I actually don't mind this at all.
Yeah.
Quite a strong beer, may we add. So.
Very hoppy.
Yeah.
So like I said, very strong. So it's the 6.8%, and obviously a larger can in these ones. They're a 440 ml. But 2.4 standard drinks to the one can there.
What's it say on Untapped about this beer?
Untapped. So, do we want to give our rating first?
Oh, you can either. Yeah, if you want to go. Yeah.
I'm glad I kept this for my 1500th beer, and I'm going to go as far as to say this is a 4.25.
Okay. Up there. That's
it's right up there. I think there's only maybe 2 beers that I've personally on my Untapped have rated at 4.5. So it's right up there on the verge of that, but I'm going to go a 4.25 with it.
Okay.
It's right up there as a big hitter for me. What do we got? Scroll down. So globally on Untapped, 4.18 out of 5.
Okay, so it's pretty close. Yeah,
pretty close, right on there, just on the upside from it.
Yeah,
could be a little bit excited because it's the 1500s.
Yeah,
but,
he's going to be a little bit crazy.
I definitely think it's worth it there.
Where
are you at that? I know it's a bit strong on your palate of what you like compared to the other ones.
But it's not as crazy.
Intrusive?
Yeah, intrusive on the whole bitter tang off the tongue, or however you want to explain that there.
A bit smoother than.
Yeah, it's a bit smoother. It's not trying to hit you as much. And I think maybe the fruity side of it, because it's so full flavour, I'm probably not noticing that as much as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a 4 on that. I was gonna go a 3.7.
Yeah, nice.
7.5. But yeah, just because that beer was so deceiving to me, and
what's your equal highest rating for yourself?
Personally? Yeah, it would be. Yeah, so I'm gonna go a 4 on that one. I think that deserves a 4. Yeah,
definitely a big beer. Range Brewing nailed it with that. Definitely not something that you're going to be a sessionable beer with. It's something that you probably, it depends on how big of a drinker obviously you are. For me, that'd be something that I'd have, one, just before as I'm about to have dinner, finish off one, and then start on the second one.
I'd certainly have a couple of them.
Yeah. You'd be on the 2 to 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
If you're big night out with mates, and you're having a big night as far as drinking, then probably not the one I'd go for. But as something that you'd sit down and have, barbecue and have a couple of, you'd be on that, between 2 and 4.
That's quite nice. I really like the, I am getting a hint of nectarine, and I really like nectarines.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it's getting a little bit high rating. Like I said, that the hops are not too in my face compared to the last one that we did have. That was that high flavour, full mouth kind of fruity beer.
Yeah.
I just think they just got the balance right, and that dryness is kind of nice as well. So
the style guide on Untapped, just for argument's sake here, Keep on Truckin's a brand new double dry hopped IPA that we have fully lathered a heavy drop of Simcoe, Peacherine, Sabro, and Mosaic Cryo hops. This is for sure one of our favourite double dry hop IPAs in recent memory. It starts with a thick, soupy base, pouring a glowing orange with a thick, decadent haze and adorned with a fluffy and dense foam top. definitely was on there.
We definitely had a massive head when we split the cups. It was about that big.
On the nose, peacherine domits with big wafts of peach gummies, mango pulp, and a light backing of pineapple cream and citrus moseying in. Take a sip and you'll notice a punchy hop intensity up front that still manages to be soft and creamy with that classic range hop and yeast profile.
So you go peachy nectarine,
peach, mango, pineapple.
That is a Queensland beer all over.
Definitely something for those hot summer arvos. Daylight saving or not, whatever.
Actually, could see myself somewhere west of Queensland, somewhere a little bit, out in the bush.
Yeah, yep.
Couple farms around. Punching one of them
trucking.
down. Yep, I like it. Good stuff. Well, congratulations
I'm
again
on
on your...
talking and finish this
You finish your beer. That's your celebration beer. So have another one. You enjoy that. Well, I'm going to get another party popper. And you're going to have another one. Would you like another party popper, Grant?
That's all right. You can shower me with party popper, with streamers and whatever.
Well, drink responsibly. Who shout. Big congratulations. So make sure you get in the comments and say, congratulations on your 1500 beer. Just say happy birthday if you like. Who cares?
Yeah. Beerversary.
Beerversary. All right, guys, enjoy.
Thank you, guys. Welcome back. Who shout? Cashlin.
Welcome.
Grant. We're back for beer number
4. No, it's not.
Beer number 8?
It's 8.
Beer number 8. Here we go. So this will finish off our month of May beers. So this time we've gone with a semi-local beer to us. We've gone the Ekim Brewing Co. They are down in Leighton Place in Hornsby. So just in the industrial area in the backside of Hornsby there. I used to work not far from where
Central
this
Coast?
actually
They call that Central Coast?
No, it's still Sydney, I guess, region. But
Hornsby,
it's,
is it?
Hornsby,
Hornsby.
So,
Sorry, I don't know why I heard something else then.
Yeah.
Too many beers.
But yeah, just over the back of where the Westfield is there in Hornsby, if anyone's from around that
Top
area.
of Sydney.
Yeah. So Ekim Brewing. So I've had quite a few nice beers from them. Have not tried this one yet. So it's another one new to me. So it's the Chilli Choc Porter. So Cash is a bit of a chili fan.
Oh, very chocolatey.
Very chocolatey, yeah. So that's a,
It's fucking decadent.
That's, your porters are generally, very chocolatey type beers. So they're that little step back, I guess, or sideways, or I don't know how you want to look at it, but from stout. So it's not like your olds and those sorts of things that everyone thinks of as a black beer.
Like a dark beer.
Yeah. Porters are lean more into that chocolatey side, slightly different in fermentation process there. But yeah, porters, sort of stand aside from there. You got your ales, you got your lagers as different things, and you start going into your IPAs and all your different styles. Your stouts are right over on one side. Your reds, your browns, your porters are all slight different styles in how they go there. Porters, I'm a big fan of.
It's not just a brown beer. It's,
Yeah. Not a black beer, not a brown beer. Somewhere in the middle. It's got that more chocolatey sort of flavours come out in it.
I think they're going to get away with the chocolates, like adding chili to something. You think straight away this is going to be...
chocolate chili's always...
It's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think being a porter, you're able to experiment probably a little bit with the chili, with the chocolate, because it's not going to be... Well, I don't know yet. We don't know if this is going to be in my face with chili, but I think the chocolate's going to take away the chili out of it.
Yeah. And I know Cash likes a bit of chili, so that's why when I found this one, I thought, this is right up his alley. Fun fact, when we were at a Christmas party last Christmas just gone, I got some,
you and your chips.
hottest corn chips in the world, apparently, and passed them around. Cash and another fella, Auto, shout out to Auto, both talking about how much they love the chili.
He likes chili.
It was mainly for them too. A whole bunch of other people jumped onto it as well.
Well, he went 6 odd chips. I went 2 chips. 2.5 chips. I'm thinking, this is not doing anything. Meanwhile, I had a bit of reflux going on with a couple beers, drinking the hard solos or hard solos and other beers throughout the day, and I was a bit burpy and gassy, and I went, no, I don't know if I want a chip. This is a bad idea. And it was. It reverted into me having an old chunder over the back wall of Hinton Hotel because I burped and I had chili coming up my nose. That was the worst chip I've ever had in my life. It was like chemical disgusting hot. Like, it was stupid.
Stupid hot. Yeah. And poor old Auto, he handled it well, actually, eating all the chips.
He done
but
right.
then apparently his boss the next day spoke to some of the other boys and said, I don't know what he's done to him last night, but holy dooly, he's been to the toilet a bunch of times and he's not a well boy. So shout out to Auto.
He was pretty crook in the guts. And I don't know. I hate to know what they put in that chip, but he was not a happy belly of that guy.
Anyway, back to the beer. So Ekim Brewing Co. Chilli Choc Porter from Hornsby, semi-local to us, only an hour down the road.
Yeah, 2 hours down the road.
Hour and a half,
yeah, somewhat close.
Yeah.
And I had this beer locally at a restaurant up at, what do you call that? Salamander Bay.
Yeah, heading toward Nelson Bay
Nelson's
region.
Bay out to Holiday Point. That was we got the call for all the Sydney siders that come up. They head at the Nelson's Bay. There's a little restaurant there called Van Huller. I know they stock a lot of Ekim beers there, and I got to try a couple, but this one I don't think was there. So
no,
very
I
keen.
think you were saying it was the after battle pale ale.
Bloodshot ale or a bloodshot. That was quite nice by Ekim as well. So we'll get around to reviewing that one day when we get out there as well. But keen to try this. So obviously you can tell the can's just a little
chocolate and chili and
pretty basic kind of design in the can. The stickers, you can tell this is very almost done from the people that work there. There's not a large production behind it, so the guys are giving it a red hot crack, which is good to see. So
yeah. You can sort of tell with some of the can designs and some of the budgets that some of the guys put in there. Your more small craft breweries, they're usually a lot more basic. They might have a really cool design and whatever, but you can tell they're not putting lots into marketing, lots into whatever. They're just putting all their focus into it, making a great beer. And the cost isn't because they're trying to make massive amounts of money to cover all their marketing. They're just trying to cover
and that's
their
right.
costs
And
on the beer.
they're covering a lot of taxes as well, but you can tell this is a printed out sticker. One of the locals probably works there and slaps stickers on it afterwards. So little independent brewery.
So machine thing, but it's
good to see the independents giving it a go. So So I think you already read that out.
No, I haven't read that yet, so I'll go through that. So there's nothing on Untapped reading in their style guide there, but from Ekim themselves, a bold porter brewed with chocolate and caramel malts, finished with a subtle chili bite, rich, warming, and just a touch fiery. Crafted for those who dare. So
that sounds
we'll
good.
see how much of a chili bite this has. I'm pretty excited for it.
I'm intrigued.
Any other chili beers I've had in the past have been quite nice.
It smells so good.
It smells great. You're getting a lot of chocolate straight away there on the nose.
It smells like chocolate strawberries.
Yeah?
Is that just me or?
Well, I mean, chili is still a fruit, so...
Well, took it. Yeah, I got the chili. Oh, mate, well, cheers. Let's give this one a go.
Cheers, let's get into it. Oh, wow.
That's actually...
I really like that. That chili bite is so subtle. If you're not a big fan of chili, but you don't mind the flavour on it, it's definitely good there. I've had some chili beers that have been a big whack, big burn.
Too much chili.
And they're too much on the chili. I've had ones where they've had the whole chili sitting in a bottle and, you drink the whole beer and... but then by the time you go and you pull the chili out and eat it, the chili doesn't taste like anything. It's like eating a mild capsicum. Like it's that... because all of the juices have essentially gone into the beer. The beer's hotter than what the chili is. So I've tried a few like that, but this is very mild on it and definitely getting a lot of the chocolates on there.
A lot of chocolates out of it. Grant.
And even the caramel.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of the smell as well. It's like when I smell it, I'm getting chocolate, caramel, strawberry for some reason. Maybe I'm just so used to putting strawberries in chocolate.
Could be.
My head's just telling me that. But that...
Definitely a great dessert beer.
Yes. And I think a lot of your chocolates, a lot of your chili chocolate blocks are that desserty bit. You have a couple pieces and go, oh, that was nice. And they're not crazy stupid as well. And I think that this beer represents that really well. It's not stupid, as a funny joke, let's set up a mate and hope it blows his head off. It's not that at all. It's,
definitely not. No.
Very chocolatey with a slightest little mild tang, which is kind of like hit of that chili after, like the chili itself.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Yeah. Oh, I really like that. I can imagine drinking this as probably more a winter thing, or in the cooler months at least.
Which we are leading towards a lot of them cooler months
now. But I can imagine having nice big roast dinner.
Or
drinking probably just a standard sort of, black or porter or something like that. Probably more on the black side of things. A stout of some description with a nice big, beef roast, pork roast, whatever you're into, but a nice big beef roast for me. And then after you're finished, having that as your dessert, having a nice, chili choc porter, bit of, maybe chocolate Bavarian cake with it or something like that, like something that's just that big, bold, strong flavours.
Yeah.
After you've had a nice big hearty roast or a, big,
I really wish that we had white Christmases like USA.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine sitting around Christmas with this.
Sitting around the fire, looking at the snow outside.
Except Christmas is hot as all hell, so it's
yeah.
But that's nice. I like this.
You're on fire rather than yeah. But yeah, this is fantastic.
It's a very desserty beer. You certainly wouldn't be having many, but it's certainly the one that you're having. You will be enjoying. I can guarantee that. But yeah, it's not a beer that you would buy thinking you're going to set up a mate with. You're thinking you're going to blow your set off. He's probably going to end up drinking it going, that was quite nice.
That was, yeah.
What's the ratings on Untapped here for this?
Yeah,
I know that Untapped doesn't have a lot of, some beers just don't have a write-up. And I don't know is that by the beer company that writes that in or?
Yeah, I think it's by the actual company that does it, write them in there. I know there's been some that I've not found on there, so I've entered the beer in myself, and then whether the company comes along and fills it in and makes it, more of a write-up on it later or...
A bit of a description about it. So sometimes we're going off, we hope sometimes the can has a description on it or some sort of flavour background because Untapped doesn't always have it. But for the ratings on this one...
It has style guide notes on there.
They're like a little tag. They kind of look like a little pop-up like you would choose for...
What you're looking out of the beer, whether it's a visible thing, whether it's on the nose or whether it's on the taste. So, here it's noted as chocolate, chili, smooth, dark, and thin. It's not a heavy beer. So, and that's, a lot of porters, they're not that heavy compared to when you think of your stouts and your Guinnesses and those sorts of things.
Do you like Guinness?
I do love a Guinness, where they feel like you've had a meal in drinking it.
It's at that heavy. For that I would call it almost that light and mild. It's getting to the point where it almost would be heavy, but it's just subtle. Like I think if they
still thin enough on that there.
Yeah.
So and smooth, definitely 100%. Very smooth. Chocolate, chili, and it's only the slight little chili hint there. It's not a massive chili kick. It's definitely not on the burny. It's the
not at all.
The nice flavour out of chili that you get.
It's it's a chili warmth. Warmth, I would call it. I don't know how to explain this. It's when you eat a chili, you get the burn, but when you put it with something and you mix it into a dish, you get that kind of warmth through it. Yeah. It's not burning, but you feel it here, and it's just nice. And that's where I'm getting it right now. It's just a nice
in the
warm.
Middle. So, no, that's beautiful. I think score-wise, I'm going to give that a 4.
I'm going to meet you at the exact same, I think.
You going to 4? Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful, which is definitely up there across all my scores, across the 1,501 beers now. And number 8 for Who Shout?
It's number 8th beer for me. I'm counting fresh from exact show when it started, so it's my 8th beer.
So, I think I'm going to go a 4. If we look on the Untapped, we have the global rating of 3.84 as an average there. So, we're on the higher side of it. But
you go 3.75 anyway so it jumps up in 0.25, so a 4. So
yeah. So I think we're definitely right in the middle there. I think as it's only low on the amount of people as far as how many ratings it's had from Untapped.
Okay. So not a lot of people have given it a go either.
Not a lot of people have gotten onto it
yet.
And
I can imagine Ekim, it's probably a limited beer. I can't imagine they would be pumping these out forever as well. No. So if you do want to get it, maybe jump on it before they stop producing it and try another flavour. So
that's the thing. There's the ratings with some beers, the bigger they are, the more ratings they have. The smaller beers might only have a small selection of ratings there. You'll see some on there that have got thousands of people or tens of thousands of people that have rated it across the world. Smaller independents there, you could have 100 ratings on there.
Yeah, and you got to remember, your independents don't always do that beer. They might go, look, we've made enough of it. We're going to change and try something else.
Yeah, that's right. They'll do a batch.
When it's gone, it's gone.
yeah. So yeah, it's yeah. I definitely rate it though. I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5.
I'm keen for a bit of
par with that.
a chili dinner tonight. I don't know what I want.
I'm keen for some chocolate as well.
Yeah, I could go for a chocolate dessert after something chili based tonight. I don't know.
I think my diet's going out the window after this tonight.
I've been saying my diet started every Monday, and it's been about 32 Mondays since I've said that. So, but it's quite nice. People, make sure you get on it, and like I said, you can see all the beers on Untapped on our app, and you can see all the beers from this whole session that we film a month in advance, and we'll have them all split up, a beer per week, Thursday on Keeping Pace Media on my channel, and then obviously on Who Shout, you'll see them released every Thursday as well. So
yep. So Who Shout on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Yep.
Instagram and Facebook will have the short reels, the full videos,
bits and pieces, photos,
photos, and whatever. And the YouTube will just be the monthly full video of the full month.
Yeah.
So get on and follow all of them though. Hopefully we'll keep you entertained with plenty of new content. And by all means, feel free to shoot us a message with pros, cons, anything you'd like to see. We've got a few ideas of future episodes that we'd like to film. So, but yeah, always keen to see new ideas from you guys.
So keep the comments rolling in, because we're going to be asking questions on, what beer should we try? We might go to a camping session. So get in them comments. We might even try to do, as we get bigger, we'll try to do giveaways or something maybe as well, and a little bit of something, and maybe invite one lucky person to come out and join us on a special occasion. So we hope we can make it at the couple of breweries. But definitely try to get involved, because without you guys watching and supporting us, there's probably no real point us doing it. So
need to know what direction we'd like to see us go. Like I said before in previous episodes, we're not coming in at the high end craft brew scene. We're not at the super entry. We're trying to come in the middle. So
I am. I'm down here. But come and learn with me. So jump on Untapped and follow the beers that we're having, and
put some education out there on the craft beer scene that's not too technical, but technical enough that some of the craft beer snobs will enjoy it. Well, I say that in the utmost respect, because there's some guys out there that I've followed on Untapped that have become Untapped friends with us, that are on 6,000 plus beers. So my 1,500 is very entry level compared to some of those guys. So and obviously the breweries themselves, they've got your master brewers that are looking after making some of these things, and you might think that we're idiots or whatever, but hopefully we're trying to bring some more people into the scene. It's going to help grow these small independents in particular over the big mainstream.
We all help each other. You help us, we help you. We hopefully, the more views, the better. The more people that know about the beers, the more reach it gets, and you never know who finds us. Like I said, we had a guy in Germany find us. So sky's the limit with a bit of social media these days. So hopefully everyone enjoys it. And like I said, keep the comments, keep the support coming, and
tell us what you want to see.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
till next time, drink responsibly. I'm going to finish this. See you next episode.
Shout. Thanks, guys. Shout.